Banyana Banyana coach Desiree Ellis this week was named Women's Coach of the Year at the Confederation of African Football's CAF Awards in Marrakesh, Morocco. It's the fourth time that she's won the award. After winning the team's first AFCON title last year, she steered them to become the first South African national senior team to reach the group stages of a FIFA World Cup. The women's national team lost 2-0 against the Netherlands in the last 16. She joins us now to wrap up what's been an incredibly successful year. Very good afternoon. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. It's good to chat to you once again. And after the success of 2022, you just managed to carry that over to 2023. Did you think it was going to be as good as this?
Look, Valen, thanks for having me and welcome to everyone. You're always looking at improving and you're always looking at being better. And the players have been magnificent over this last year. There's been a lot of challenges, especially towards the end of the year, with a lot of players out injured and some having to write exams. But we've always had this fantastic core group of players, and they've really stood the test of time, making sure that, we get to the third round of the Olympic qualifiers and finally qualifying for the AFCON, So it's been a fantastic year for women's football. Mamelodi Sundowns winning the CAF Champions League. So fantastic for women's football, in the country, and long may it continue.
You speak about it being a fantastic year for women's football. Times Live are actually running a poll today where they're asking whether you should go and be the new coach of Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, or maybe even Bafana Bafana.
Look, I think we've got to take care. When we talk about those things, we cannot disrespect the other coaches, who are in those positions. Each and every team has different challenges. Each and every team has its own dynamics, and you've got to give. I was fortunate that the Football Federation gave me time, but you've got to give coaches time because nothing happens overnight. You see the improvement with Bafana. Kaizer Chiefs sometimes has good games. Orlando Pirates the same, but I just don't think we give coaches enough time. And I think, by me sort of looking at that, I think we, in a way, being a little bit disrespectful to the coaches in those positions.
You mentioned the challenges that the team had to go through. You going to the FIFA Women's World Cup, that build-up was completely marred by a bonus scandal, which makes the achievements of the team that much more significant. Have you had time to kind of sit back and just reflect on the build-up and then what actually happened at the World Cup and how the team were even able to do that?
Look, Valen, there's always going to be challenges and bonuses, and that is challenges between the federation and the players, and they amicably sorted that out. And I think, once we hit New Zealand, it was focus ahead for the tournament. It was all about football. And I think that's why we done so well, because everybody really, really concentrated on football. We had extra personnel coming in, to assist us, and that really helped us having a bigger staff as well, helped us at the World Cup. As well as the players, really performing. We also picked up injuries throughout the tournament, but yet, the players rose and rose and rose.
When the team faced off against the Netherlands, it was a 2-0 defeat, but how did you feel following that match? Because of what had happened in the group stages, there was a belief that, in fact, they could actually see past the Dutch and even go further in the World Cup.
Look, Valen, we don't want to sound arrogant in any way. I was watching the USA story on Netflix, and not so long ago, actually earlier today, and one of them said that, the margins are getting smaller, and they said that you couldn't predict an outcome. You couldn't predict a result. And if the goalkeeper of the opposing team gets player of the match, it tells you how well we played, considering we were without Rafiel Vejani, who was out of the tournament. Bambanani got injured during the game. Jermaine got injured during the game, but yet we had the better chances, and I feel that, if we had gotten past that stage, we don't know where we would have ended up, because we will look back maybe 20 years from now and say we could have and almost should have and had an opportunity to win the World Cup. It was that open. So very proud, to be associated with that group of players and staff, because they just don't know when to quit. They just don't know when to give up. They fight for each other. They fight for the badge. And I think they really want to show what South African football is all about.
Yeah, you certainly do have that spirit that you see in our national rugby team. So next for Banyana is the Olympic qualifier. It's against Tanzania in February. How are you going to prepare the team for that all-important fixture?
I think we all will take a fantastic break now after a very long season because Hollywood bets also, was tough for players. We already have footage on the opponent. We're already sitting and analyzing what we can do. We will have a camp a week before the FIFA date start. We will also try and have a goalkeeper camp because it's the start of the season to make sure that we are physically ready for that match, and make sure that we prepare really, really well. It's a third round, and then you have one more round to go after that. But all we're concentrating on is that particular round because it's a very important match. Tanzania have shown, playing at the COSAFA Cup a few years back and now beating Botswana in the previous round that there are no pushovers. But I'll have a lot of our personnel available that were not available because of exams and injury. So yes, hopefully, everybody will be available that we call up and put everything forward because having missed out on Tokyo, this is the big one and everybody is pushing really, really hard to make sure that we qualify for the Olympics.
The last match for Banyana was against Burkina Faso, and that was to secure qualifications so that Banyana can go and defend their African title at AFCON 2024, which will be held in Morocco once again. However, the dates are yet to be decided. That puts you as a coach, I'd imagine, in quite a tricky position.
Look, Valen, I'm assuming that it will go back to its normal date, which is November, December. But if you look at the FIFA dates, it's not enough time. I think an extra week should be added there, and it's not in the FIFA date because July, August is the Olympic tournament. You then also have, the COSAFA Cup in between, and you look at the dates. There's not enough time for the magnitude of the tournament because it has grown to 12 teams instead of 8, and it's normally held November, December, so we're waiting anxiously to find out when it is. You just have to utilize the FIFA dates really, really well. There's also an All-Africa Games happening sometime in the year, so the dates are really, really tight, and we have to make sure that we're absolutely ready for whatever comes our way, and we'll prepare for every FIFA weekend until we get the notification of where the tournament will be held, because obviously the draw must still be made, and I'm sure the Federation, as soon as we restart again, will really get into contact with CAF and make sure that we get a date for the AFCON, because it's important, whether it's 3 months from now, 4 months from now, the end of the year. It makes planning different if you know what's happening, because if you don't know, you're planning for something unknown and don't know when they're going to throw it at you.
Yeah, it makes all the good work that CAF has been doing for women's football, takes it certainly a step back. But we wish you all the best of luck in the year ahead. It's going to be another very busy one. Enjoy your break, and congratulations on a fantastic 2023.
Thank you so much. I just want to wish everyone a happy Merry Christmas and New Year. Don't drink and drive. Try to be safe and spend as much time as you can with family. Family is precious, and tomorrow is promised to no one.
Banyana Banyana head coach Desiree Ellis chatting to us here on Newzroom Afrika.